Let's do this. Hello everyone and welcome to this week's episode. It's good to have you back.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
So today we're going to talk about really good news and a few news.
So first off, we're going to say hi.
Yes, let's say hi to people. Hi Bjorn.
He's like, hi.
And then we have a lot of really cool mods that are in here. Do you want to...
Yeah, we have Bucket, McLean, Murph, Peanuts, Sassy, and Suggestive.
A special welcome to Tits McGee for today.
And I do think we just got rated also. So thank you for the host, but
there we go.
I am missing. Okay, there we go.
So yeah, I was gonna type that in the Twitch Discord for the mods there. The questions, try to keep it to questions so that I actually can make sense of this.
Okay.
Right.
So
Yes.
I posted the plan today.
You posted a plan.
Yes.
The roadmaps?
Yeah, roadmaps, news on very big game-breaking bugs.
Ooh.
Can we have the first image, please?
I just noticed. This is so cool.
Oh.
I've got a hole in my torso, look. Okay.
So,
Yay!
this magnificent image is telling you that we actually have a freaking fix. Yay! So, we have a fix for the Unhook lag problem that is happening mainly on console but also on PC.
So I was talking to Seb Duval, who's the programmer, very ridiculously smart guy who actually was on that. And I asked him to come here and talk about the issue, how we figured it out, and what it took to get to the bottom of that. And he really didn't want to be here. He does not like talking to people when he can't see them.
So
we're not going to do that.
We're gonna go for I think we're going for roadmap first, so you guys can know exactly what's happening
And when.
For console. So yeah.
Okay, so it's pretty close to what we had last week,
Yes.
with a few small changes. So PS4, it's all in green now because it actually happened. If you're in Australia right now, you can buy the Halloween.
Halloween is out.
But if you're not in Australia, then throughout the time zones, essentially when you get to Friday, you'll be able to get the Halloween chapter on PS4 starting Friday. So
Exactly.
Imminently.
So just to start off I'm gonna start with the Unhook lag fix. We are shipping it by itself on PS4.
Yeah, so this is what happens sometimes when we have a critical issue like this, where we can actually make a specific, like, strategic surgical fix.
Yep.
Like right now, what we do is we send it over to in this case PS4 to Sony and Microsoft, and we tell them shove this in as quickly as possible.
Yes. And it's going insert tomorrow morning. So
from that point on, it could take hours, it could take a couple days, not more than that, but it's outside of our control.
Okay, and then for Xbox, it is bundled also with the quality of life content. So the Shrine giving you back more blood points, the blood point cap, that patch, and then the doctor update also. So all is bundled together, and it's going insert tomorrow also. PlayStation 4, after the Unhook lag fix is gonna be done, we're bundling the quality of life update and the doctor update together, and we're sending it insert also. As for Xbox, Huntress,
we do not hate Xbox people.
It's just a lot harder
for us to update.
Yes.
That's true.
That's very much
a lot of it is out of our hands.
Okay. So for Xbox, we also have news. Other news. More news. So what about Lullaby for the Dark chapter and Halloween chapter?
So Lullaby for the Dark is gonna unlock on the 28th, which is Monday next week. And the Halloween chapter will be available on August 31st, which is the Thursday after that. Yay! That's for our friends on Xbox right now. That's
okay,
what I
yes.
had here.
And we also had a patch today on PS4.
Yes.
Basically catching up to the 1.6.0 of Xbox, because
Yeah.
that's the part that wasn't in the first update that we could bundle with the
So,
one on Xbox.
Quickly going through the bug fixes that were in that patch. Controller mapping options did not save properly, which was super annoying. That's fixed. The client becoming stuck in an unresponsive screen after failing to join a session. So there's a bunch of stuff about the different sessions and the states you can get in. Issues that allow Kill Your Friend's host to interact and send invites during the match countdown. The Survive with Friend host sending invites while in the ready state. All of these has been fixed. We have accidental character prestige confirmation when the user releases the button prompt. Yeah, that's a weird one. Right shoulder button prompt to be non-functional in some menus. Additional content to be unavailable in the game after a player would download it. That's a bit of a critical one, I'd say.
All right. I just want to note something. PC player, we're going to get to you. Please stop annoying our console players. Thank you.
We have new friends here.
So, yeah. Okay, so that's for the update on what's happening right now for the roadmap. For console bugs right now, we have the Unhook lag that is fixed and is going insert for both consoles. We have a couple of loading screen hangs, so it's under investigation. We also have some friend invites issues, so it's both. There is some that has been fixed, there's some others that are high priority. Rank reset is still ongoing, and control settings reset that is supposed to be fixed also.
Well, yeah, that's it.
So, there we go.
Will there be customizations for Bill and Ace? Bill, most likely not, because he's not ours to play with as we want. Ace, absolutely.
Yeah.
There has been some, and there will be more. Did Naughty Dog contact you about Joel and Survivor? No, we did not get contacted by Naughty Dog, unfortunately.
Then we, just so you know, guys, on console, we put a hold on any cosmetic DLC for now, because we have things to fix first, and this is a decision that we made, and we're fixing stuff before we get any content on the cosmetics side.
Yeah, so that was the other question. Thank you for getting Lullaby fixed on console. Will the charity pack be coming? The charity pack specifically, I doubt that it will come to console, mostly because of the way the stores are handled and how complex it would be to take only that revenue and give it to charity. And unless we can certify that 100% of the profits from the charity case goes to charity, we're probably not going to do it.
There's a lot more parties involved in on console for that specific project, so it's way more complicated. And how long it took us on PC, so to get all parties involved agreement. So this is going to be still. All right. Next on issues on console. All right. Console forums, I have news on that one. We're currently trying to set up the PS4 forums. It's as I say, a bit more complicated because we have to go through our producer and then through Sony, and then it's a bit like a telephone kind of
and so, just to explain for people who don't know, the official console forums is what we're talking about here. Getting the actual Dead by Daylight official account so that we can actually handle the forums on the specific platforms for PS4 and Xbox.
Yes. About loss of progress, there's been changes that have been made to a couple of backhand fixes that should fix the loss of progress, and then we're not talking ranks here. So if you still are experiencing a loss of progress, make sure you send your information to the customer support so it can go through and to our programmers that are going to look into your specific case to try to isolate some problems. But we do think we have a fix or something that's going to help a lot. And if that works well on console, it's going to be translated to PC also.
Okay. All right.
Oh yeah, and let's go to just going down the list. Matchmaking is still ongoing. It's always being modified and tweaked behind the
actually,
scene.
there was a patch this week on that on PS4 at least that really, at least for my experience on PS4, it's changed drastically. The matchmaking is within 10-15 seconds now.
Can we have a little scroller about hook lag that it's fixed and it's going insert tomorrow?
Yeah,
we
have a scroller.
Thank you.
And
just because I see the questions.
Yeah, and yeah, we can put also Halloween on PS4 on Friday.
Yeah, and maybe the dates on Xbox. So I don't know. Okay, so anyways, going back to reputation system on Xbox, I have an answer on that. We cannot opt out of the rep system.
No.
So it's gonna stay like that.
There you go.
So yeah. Okay. We going over to PC.
Okay, so I'll answer this question, but I'll answer all of these questions at the same time. Yes, every single character that we've created ourselves will get more customization. Any character that we did not create, like Myers, like Lori, like Bill, will most likely not get new customization. But the ones we did, so no need to ask about Fang and about Ace and about Nia, David King, doesn't matter. All of them will eventually.
All right. So on PC, we can have the roadmap. I don't have a magnificent exploding cat Unhook thing.
There you go.
We have the roadmap on PC right here. So quality of life update softband is coming really soon. TM. I had to. So I'm going to talk a little bit more specifically on softbands a little bit later.
Yeah.
Then we have the September event Fall Masquerade, which is going to be, yes, there's going to be blood points. It's going to be all platforms, and there's going to be cosmetics rewards.
So there's going to be a challenge, like last time.
Yeah, always
and
a challenge.
It's going to be, this time, a tougher one, because internally we keep talking about that, and we say it'd be nice for the community to fail one at some point, if only so that we can prove that we're not just giving you stuff, but actually you have a chance of failing.
They were supposed to fail the last one, but
well,
apparently...
you know. So the next one will be a challenge. We're not telling you yet what it is, but the reward will be cosmetics for the Lullaby characters.
Yes. So, Huntress and David.
I am very excited about that.
It is pretty cool.
Is it true that the charity pack will be only to the end of this month? That is a lie. That is a fabrication, and that is entirely not based on fact.
Yeah, there is no dates on whenever that happens.
Yeah,
or
there's
no we don't know.
Good reason why we would remove it.
Yeah.
And go, we're stopping the charity. Anyway.
Seriously, I'm just okay.
Okay.
All right. Bugs and issues. I can give you a
Make the crawler faster. Make it crawl faster.
Put it everywhere.
Yeah, just like repeat all the time.
All right.
Plus, make everything happen correctly right now.
So this is what right now we're working on. Specific bugs, and I'm not talking larger issues here. I'm talking bugs. So, well, basically that says what I had to say.
Crawler? Yeah, I'm talking about the text that's supposed to crawl at the bottom of the screen, but does not right now.
Well, I see it there, but anyways. Yeah. So the Nurse Blink basement bug is fixed. It's currently in testing. The quick and quiet sound and alert bugs are being tested by QA also. Survive with Friend host getting disconnected, and this is being looked at right now. Hit through pallets mostly for nurse. But,
it's mostly for nurse.
So also being looked at, and Killer D-Pip when Survivor BC. This is ongoing because when we include the new badge system, most definitely things change anyways. So there you go. So that's the roadmap. We can talk a little bit about the soft bans. I wanted to present the rules this week, but since we're testing the actual module right now, there's a couple of things that are gonna change. So I'm waiting on next week or when the soft ban system is actually out to present the rules. On the other side, though, I want to make something very clear. We are going to use the data from the in-game reports.
Yeah.
To do some banning, and we also are going to use the data for all the disconnects. So what's important to understand right here is we don't need you guys to report every disconnect in the game.
No, these
we
things
have
are
data.
like hard data that we can get
Yes.
and fetch on our side.
So so everything's going to be explained next week on what you have to report to who, and how to report offenses and stuff like that. And also, I wanted to say something.
Say something.
About
Feel
it.
free.
But I forgot about it.
That's
If I find it back, I'll.
Yes, you can be on the top 100 DC list. Don't be on that list.
And that's what I wanted to say. It's not about a matter of times you DC, but more of a percentage of game you're quitting. Like for example, someone who left I don't know 85 games in the last month, but played 10,000 million once is a small amount of the percentage
that's a lot of games.
It's just an idea.
But yes, it's a ratio thing.
But if you left 85 and you played 90, maybe you shouldn't even be playing.
Yeah. And if even if it is not voluntary and your connection is just that horrible, sorry, but yeah.
If you're going up to that percentage,
maybe play something else. I hear Civilization is nice.
Well, that would kill your CPU though. Incoming balance changes on the game.
Yes, there's some really cool stuff in there. I want to say stuff.
You want to say stuff?
Yeah.
But you said no to me earlier, so I just brought like the few ones.
Yeah, but that's it. No, we're gonna not talk about all of them, but just a few.
But
so you have all of them. Yeah, but so okay, we made a lot of changes to the live game. So anything that's not new content, we have people right now that are looking at it, mostly Arvat, Stéphane Arvat, who you've met, and he looks at this and he tweaks the values and changes things so that the game is tighter and better and more exciting. So what we have here, the big ones, borrowed time is gonna get changed.
Nerfed.
Yeah. So the borrowed time proc timer is going to be from 20 to 15 seconds.
So we didn't have any like new programmation time on that, so we changed the actual values that exist on the timer. So the proc timer goes down to 15 from 20,
and the bleed out timer
which
is going to drop also halfway almost on most values.
Yeah, it's almost halfway for the rest.
Urban Evasion is getting a buff, which is about time. The speed is going to get changed from 40, 45, 50 to 90, 95, 100. And it's going to be anytime you're crouched instead of being injured.
Yes.
Which is great.
So you don't have to be injured to use it. That's great. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
So killer base pallet breaking speed increased by 15%.
So instead of taking you 3 seconds by default to break a pallet, it's going to be 2.6 seconds.
And to compensate though, Brutal Strength of course is getting a slight nerf.
But it's going to make it reasonable.
If you put Brutal Strength on top of your actual killer, it's going to be almost the same value
as you have right now.
But the base value is better. So what we are aiming with that is to get killers to have builds that are a little bit different, that are not stuck into using Brutal Strength all the time.
Yeah.
So that is the idea behind it.
We have the camping med kit is actually going to have 12 charges, and the healing speed is going to go from 25 to 15.
The poopy med kit is going to
heal
you one state.
Yeah.
So instead of like using it and being very sad.
Oh.
So
it's going to be a slightly less poopy medkit.
Yes. So you have a couple of changes to medkits that are actually, we can have the list here. We have.
Okay, so I'm just going to list the names of the perks that are getting changed,
Yes.
but we're not going to talk about the exact change. Slippery Meat is actually going to get buffed.
And change a little bit.
Yeah, Selfcare is going to get nerfed.
A little bit also. It's not like a big nerf.
Yeah, we're not making it a shitty perk. We're just going to change it. This Is Not Happening is getting a buff.
Big buff.
We're going to Live Forever getting a nerf. Enduring getting buffed. Unnerving Presence is getting buffed. Lightborn is getting buffed. Brutal Strength, we talked about it. Agitation is getting buffed. Overwhelming Presence is getting buffed. And Resilience is actually not changed in any way, but the description is actually going to match the perk, and the description is that it works on so many activities that people didn't realize. So yeah, well, that's very exciting stuff. Someone is asking here where I got this shirt. You can get that on the official merch store, which is on the website. Yours will not have a magical window into space on the chest here. But other than that, it's going to be the same shirt. We have a question here about how much did the charity make. The charity case, I don't think I can give numbers, but we're sending quite a lot of money their way. I'll look with our friends at Starbreeze. They're the publisher. It's their kind of stuff.
Okay to.
But I'm sure they'll make a statement at some point.
Any numbers for now. Yeah, customer support on the game specifically. Specifically loss of progress, they are flooded.
Yeah.
So,
but they're catching up a little bit now. It's getting better.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people bitching that it's killer sided, but
hey, what is with the Unhook lag on PS4? Come on, there's hook lag fixed. It's a very small little crawler. We need an animated GIF on this at some point.
I'm gonna follow it.
Touch it. Touch the crawler.
Can I?
Yeah, almost.
It's right here.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a few questions that we should probably get to. Are we there? Or no? We're talking about the...
actually, the events. We did
So September event
already.
we talked about. Art contest result. Oh, yes. So the art contest, the fan art contest is over, as we said last week. The winners have been announced, so I assume that the winners themselves know that they've won. But to everybody else out there, the two winners for the fan art contest is Kim J from Utah, also known by his pleasant moniker of Sweven Fox, won first place with this amazing piece of art. There you go.
Yeah, you can bring us out of the picture.
Nobody cares. And then the second one is Enzo G from Chile, who won with this very, very cool image that deserves to be tattooed on somebody's skin, just saying. So congratulations to our...
is that your next tattoo?
No, probably not. I already have a killer robot coming soon.
Can we have a poll on Twitter or something and have you have it?
We can have a poll.
But I'm not having it.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, what else do we have here?
There.
Who's
Sionak
what?
is the one who did the who won.
Yay! So congratulations. And the next contest, you have that on your list here? The cosplay contest has started. The entries have started appearing on the website, and there are some mad talented cosplayers showing us their stuff right now. I'll show a few of them in the From the Web section. Really, really cool.
No sound on Institute on Xbox. Thank you. I got you.
Okay. Can killers get a perk like David King's We're Gonna Live Forever and buff Michael Myers' perk and maybe give the nerds ultra add-ons and lots of yeah, that's a lot of stuff in there. Yes, killers can get perks like David King's We're Gonna Live Forever, and we are right now fiddling with a few, and the rest Michael Myers perks. No.
There was a question here that I would like to answer. Honorable mention for the art contest. So we could maybe do that next week or something.
Of course.
And present the people who were really like the runner-up.
Yeah, the top
because
5 that
it was
everybody
a
agreed.
Really
there was
hard,
some really good stuff.
Really hard choice.
Okay, a lot of people are asking about the price for the Halloween DLC on the PS4 and Xbox One. So since every single region of the world has slightly different prices because of the way the stores are made, I'm not gonna go through it. Just wait a few hours, literally. If you're on Xbox One, wait a week, but on PS4, you're gonna have your answer within a few moments. Trapper Mask in DVD shop when? We're looking at that right now. The same company that does the Payday masks, they sent us something really cool, so we'll see.
Okay. By the way, I'm going away for a week. I'm gonna still be in touch with the community, but I'm not gonna be here in the office. So
maybe we'll see if we can do a live via satellite.
Yeah, that would be cool actually. So so just so you know, guys, your CM is going away for a week, but Clyde is still here, and the rest of the team is still here. So yeah, just a message that if you see me a little less around, or if you have a little less posts or whatever,
that's not because you don't care. It's because you're busy elsewhere.
Yes. And yes, I'm going to work, but just somewhere else. Okay.
Where are we?
Q&A.
Okay, so the Q&A. Quickly, we have some questions here that came from Steam, as usual. So a few of you that are screaming that we're not listening. First of all, we do listen as much as we can, but in the chat sometimes it gets lost. If you want to make sure we see your question, first of all, word it correctly and put it on the Steam forums. There's a sub-forum where we have each week a Q&A, and then we take those and we answer them. When can you make an option to close the gates? It's still an idea. There's a few shapes this could take, but yeah, we want to be able for the gates to be closed again once they're open.
The idea was to bundle the end game gameplay into the stalemate cube. So
we'll see how that goes.
So we see how that goes. So the roadmap that you guys saw is what we have right now and we're working on, and then eventually we're gonna add some more stuff there. And yes, stalemate, rate, all these things, they're not not put aside. No, we're just not working on them specifically right now.
Can we get escape rates sorted by rank next week? Our stats guy is on vacation right now.
Yes, that's.
Will you provide more options for the player who like hiding and being overall stealthy? It's the next big update, as we were talking about. There's a lot of changes that go with how people are judged in the game, so that's going to have a big impact. You said that Hag will not get exclusive cosmetics because she's a DLC character, but Ace is from the same DLC and got an exclusive, so why not Hag? I did not say that she will not get exclusives. We said that licensed characters most likely will not get more cosmetics. We tend to not give out the exclusives like convention stuff for paying characters. Ace was an exception, but that's it. It might happen again, and there's no law on this one. Maximi here is saying, I don't really have a question, I just want to greet our emperor called Dart Bjorn. We salute you. Okay then. Why did you add status notifications? They give away too much information to the survivors. Remember when you changed Devour Hope for that reason, but now survivors even know that on the third token.
Well, I actually had a discussion about that with the design to make sure that. So it's been bugged in the database, and there is fix coming up for that. So basically. If you're touching the generator, you're not going to know that you have ruin before you see the first skill check.
Yeah.
If you hit someone on NOED, someone that is already injured, you're not getting the notification that the killer has NOED. So you're not going to get it anymore. If you're touching a dull totem, you don't know that you have Trail of the Hunt going on. So you need to actually think and see that the time it's taken you to cleanse it is taking you longer. So basically, this is going to help a lot with perks. Sorry,
Yeah.
X perks. Same for Lullaby also.
But so to
with
answer the beginning of the question, there are a few issues, specific instances
Yes.
where those are bugs. But the idea of status notifications, yes, it's more information to the survivors, but we felt it was giving more stuff to consider and a little deeper strategy involved in there. Could you somehow increase the fun for playing killer? That's an example of a great question. And so the next patch, I double checked before I came here. The fun factor is actually going to be raised by a factor of 12 to 17%.
About, depending on how you're playing and depending on.
It's mostly based off of your connection and your hardware.
Yep. No, but seriously though, there's a lot of cool things for players that are coming up.
Now that the perk no mither doesn't matter exists, does that mean that the weakened state was scrapped? There's no link between those two. However, the weakened state we felt was a cool idea. We tested it and we thought, you know, it's not really improving the game, so it was scrapped in that shape.
Yes.
But there's no link between them. If anything, it inspired a perk, but not really. Do you plan to stop adding new killer survivors as soon as you reach a certain amount? Wouldn't it be weird to scroll through, let's say, 20 different characters on each side? So, yeah, that's a very interesting point, and that's a conversation that we've been having internally here on many different fronts about when do we reach a point of singularity where we attain the critical mass and then we just sort of, you know, implode. And we don't want to do that. So
Imploding
most likely we're gonna slow down in the number of characters that we bring up, but we don't have a set limit.
It's not now, for sure.
But it's true. When we started the game, we were saying we can add characters forever and it's always going to be fun. And now we're realizing maybe at some point it's going to start being less fun. So we are aware that this might go the other way. Would you perhaps consider adding an ultra rare add-on for the doctor that allows him to injure and down survivors with his shock therapy attack?
No.
No. No. Could you add Hook on upstairs map like Thompson Farm and Ironworks of Misery? So far it's a safe spot for survivor. So there's live balancing that keeps happening. This is a specific level design one, and it's also the randomization.
So yeah, the maps are randomized. Sometimes you have an iteration of the map where you have a hook downstairs, just right downstairs. But then when you have the killer, the basement right there, yes, it kind of sucks to get there. I gotta be very, very blunt with that. But it's something that level design and life balance
we'll
is
bring in those fixes when we
into.
see them. What are you guys doing at PAX West? Will there be a panel? We don't have anybody going to PAX West this year.
Not that I know
of. Yeah. When will there be more general perks, not DLC related perks? It's a very good question. We have a few perks that we have in mind right now that would be great for general perks. We do not have a plan at this point to bring any. Yeah. Will there be lobby chat for console? Probably not. Most people actually, when they really want to communicate after the game, send each other messages through the platform anyway. So it's not a critical thing for us to create at this point. Are you planning to change Survivor meta perks like Sprint Burst and Self-Care?
Well, actually, I can read the change that we're doing to Self-Care, maybe?
Sure.
So,
there's no change to specifically to Sprint Burst at this point.
I don't think also that in all these Sprint perks, Sprint Burst is the best right now, honestly. I see it less and less in builds. So let's go Self-Care. So healing speed remains the same. Removed skill check difficulty success zone changes. Example, if you're playing a perk that is going to change the amount of great space that you have or whatever, it's not gonna affect this.
Self-care.
And the nerf is basically that the efficiency of healing items during a self-care is really really.
From 50,
From
50 75, 100 to 1, 15, and 20%.
Yes. So it's a nerf, but it's a slight nerf, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
people who were
just
panicking
the
earlier,
fact
it's
that you can heal yourself at all
Yes.
times forever is
But-
immense.
honestly though, I took self-care out of my perk load and I feel better in general. And now that the actual medkit is going to heal me for a whole state, I might even run poopy medkits.
Well, it's funny because we had a conversation a week or two ago where someone, I'm not going to name names because I'm sure this is going to start a flame war, but someone was arguing the point that self-care is actually beneficial to the killers.
Yes,
because it
it's
actually
slow.
makes the game longer and it does not promote altruism.
Well, there's a couple of reasons. First off, it's slower than being healed by a teammate, and second, well, with perks like Nurse's Calling and everything, you can use that to your advantage a lot, and perks like Thanatophobia and stuff
Yep.
like that. So, yeah.
Are you going to do more giveaways with new exclusives? So there are going to be more cosmetics being given. September event is like
The
we talked
rewards.
about, rewards that are cosmetics for Huntress and David King. We also have some digital giveaways that are going to be coming very, very soon in the next few weeks with some websites. I'm not going to name them because we're not ready yet to talk about it or give dates. And there are conventions we will attend in the next few months. And some of us will be there with magical cards that will give you some really cool stuff that you have not seen before. Yeah. Is the fact that the nurse can still hit you after a pallet stun a bug or wanted? For any other killer, if you time it right, the pallet stops the lunge. It is a bug.
Yes.
We talked about it.
Yes.
So let's talk about the things we've talked about.
Again.
PS4 getting Halloween on Friday, which is tomorrow. It's going to cost money. Go check the store to see how much.
Australia already has
Yeah.
it.
Xbox is getting the Lullaby on Monday, the 28th, and on Friday they're getting Halloween, the 31st. So that's stuff we talked about. Also, hook lag is fixed. The fix is being submitted tomorrow for the consoles, and we're hoping it's going to be released very, very quickly.
There's a couple of bug fix on PC eventually also that's going to
Yeah.
come in. Soft bans on PC very, very soon.
The last question I had was from D. Charlie saying, can you show us average number of kills per round chart for all killers, like the one we showed of the doc last stream? It was called the Doctor's Efficiency Chart. I will do that next week because, as I said, our stats guy is on vacation. That's all I had for the Q&A.
Maybe we have other questions that we can answer real quick.
Ruin X? That's not a question. Well, technically it's got a question mark, but it's still not a question. Are you going to add customized emotes for pointing and waving? We are talking about adding gestures in the game, but we want to make sure that they are they have a specific use, that they carry information that is important. So not slash dance. We're not gonna get
Slash finger guns.
not slash finger guns, because it's not about taunting. It's not about flair. It's really about conveying information.
They're asking a lot about the unhook on all angles. So
Oh yes,
I think this was bundled with the stalemate cube.
yeah,
if I'm not
but
mistaken.
it's gonna be taken out of it so that it can be added quickly, just like we did with the ping indicator.
Yes, ping indicator that is coming with the next content update.
Yes. With soft bans, are there gonna be silence mutes for abusive players in the chat? No. If you're abusive in the chat, you're gonna get banned.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
Will you show your tattoo? I'll show some of them. Okay, that's my power-ups. There you go. What else we got?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I want to show some really cool stuff that I found around the web.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
You
forgot about that. Well,
Come
I knew
on.
you wouldn't forget, so we're good.
All right. Let me get my list here. Okay, the first one I have here is from DVD Headcanon. Adorable. Quite adorable. I like it very much. The next one is Dr. Strog, one of the very exciting submissions for a cosplay contest.
Holy crap. That's really good.
That's pretty damn impressive. Then Iraka, I believe, is made this adorable little ball of fluff. I don't know if it's made from leftover cat hair or something, but it's delightful.
It's fleece, no?
Yeah,
or
probably.
something like that.
Then we have Jaguar. Great name, by the way.
Oh, there we go, Nia stuff.
Well, at least a little, especially this one is pretty cool.
It is.
Then we have Lenacries.
Oh.
That's a great one. Then Luddles. Most likely doodled at the back of the class in some of the least exciting classes. Love it.
It really looks cool.
Mafia Cat is the next here. Much love. Love it. Then Nannygram. This one befuddled me. Still amazing. Côté? Pericote? I don't know. This is just a squishable Jake. Then we have Respawn Bunny, made this great pixel art version.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. Pixel art is difficult.
Yeah.
I like it, but it's very difficult. Then we have Sandy Mizaki, because obviously every single time.
Wow.
Yeah. Blew us all away and brought a friend. I believe it's Danielle who did the Trapper.
She was posting her things on Reddit also, right?
Yeah.
Is that,
She's posting it everywhere.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And then we have What? I'm not sure that the name of that person, but this was just squishy love between the Trapper and the Hillbilly. So that's what I got from around the web today.
Mm-hmm. Basically, most questions have been answered here. Oh boy, and it's... Can you make the Hillbilly chainsaw refuel at lockers?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want the Hillbilly to have to stop.
Yeah, but also there's the thing where at some point those lockers would be so full that you couldn't actually hide in them.
Yeah, because there's going to be,
a gas can,
hatchets, a gas can,
bear traps, and
and it takes too much time to open the.
Yeah.
The
anyway,
locker
but I think that the idea of putting the hatchets in there was really cool, but it doesn't mean that we need to put everything in there. We'll invent new thing. Is Nia Swedish? Yes, she is Swedish.
Also, people were asking for rate buff. You can go back in the VOD, and we basically said what was the plan with it.
Yeah. Give me your pizza shirt. That's Jay Roar. Hey, Jay. You can get those on the official merch store. And since you have so many fans that are, fawning over you, I'm sure one of them will send one to your stream.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I think that's it, really.
We're done.
Yeah, we're done.
Is
there anything else on there?
I'm going to do this summary on Reddit and on Steam to make sure that you guys have the access to the information and the images of, roadmaps and bugs and everything. And, I'll see you next week, maybe,
we'll see.
From afar.
Yeah. If it's possible, if it's not too much trouble. And then, other than that, if not, I'll have a special guest star, someone that people like, or not, we'll see. And then that's it. So thank you again, Bjorn, for making all of this happen smoothly. Thank you to our mods out there. You are valued and we love you. And yeah. And then what else? That's it. Go play the game. Have fun. That's what I'm going to do. Bye.